Section 406.8 B2 D addresses the requirements for weatherproof receptacle covers. The code states that in other than 15 or 20 amp, 125 or 250 volt receptacles, a weatherproof cover shall be used when the receptacle is used outdoors. The plain language of the code section does not exclude any outdoor receptacles from the requirement for a weatherproof cover, regardless of whether they are in use or not. It's essential to understand the specific requirements outlined in the National Electrical Code, or NEC, regarding the installation of outdoor receptacles and their associated weatherproof covers. The NEC explanation clarifies this section applies to other than 15 or 20 amp, 125 or 250 volt receptacles. These receptacles are used for such purposes as swimming pool pumps, hot tubs, and commercial appliances. This explanation clarifies that the weatherproof cover requirement does not apply to common 15 amps or 20 amps receptacles typically used for residential or light commercial applications. It does not exempt any outdoor receptacles from the requirement for a weatherproof cover. In-use covers are designed for use with outdoor receptacles that are intended to be used while attended. They provide a degree of protection against accidental contact with the energized receptacle while in use. However, they do not provide the same level of protection as a weatherproof cover. So, based on the plain language of Section 406.8 B, it is clear that all outdoor receptacles, regardless of amperage or voltage, must have a weatherproof cover. In-use covers are only an option for attended outdoor receptacles that are not 15 amps or 20 amps, 125 volts or 250 volts receptacles. Other types of receptacle covers, such as tamper-resistant covers, are available and serve specific purposes. For example, tamper-resistant covers are required for all new residential construction to prevent children from inserting objects into electrical outlets. However, these covers do not provide weatherproof protection and cannot be used as a substitute for a weatherproof cover in outdoor applications. When interpreting the NEC, it's important to adhere to the plain language of the code while also considering the explanations and definitions provided within the codebook. These explanations provide context and clarification that can help ensure that electrical installations are performed safely and in compliance with the code. The NEC is a comprehensive set of standards that governs the safe installation of electrical wiring and equipment. It's updated every 3 years to reflect changes in technology and best practices. Electricians, electrical inspectors, and other professionals in the electrical industry rely on the NEC to ensure the safety of electrical installations. The NEC is divided into chapters, articles, and sections, each addressing specific aspects of electrical installations. Understanding the structure of the NEC is essential for navigating the code and finding the information you need. The NEC also includes informative annexes that provide additional guidance and examples. These annexes are not part of the enforceable requirements of the code, but they can be helpful in understanding how to apply the code in specific situations. The NEC is not a substitute for experience and training. Electricians and other electrical professionals should have a thorough understanding of electrical principles and safe work practices. They should also be familiar with the local codes and regulations that apply to electrical installations in their area. Here's a more detailed breakdown of the key concepts. Firstly, weatherproof covers are designed to protect outdoor receptacles from the elements such as rain, snow, and ice. They are typically made of durable materials that can withstand exposure to the weather. Weatherproof covers are required for all outdoor receptacles, regardless of whether they are in use or not. Secondly, in-use covers, also known as while-in-use covers, are designed to protect outdoor receptacles while they are being used. They have a hinged or sliding cover that allows access to the receptacle while still providing protection from the elements. In-use covers are typically used for receptacles that are frequently used, such as those for power tools or outdoor lighting. Thirdly, tamper-resistant receptacles are designed to prevent children from inserting objects into the slots. They have a spring-loaded mechanism that prevents objects from being inserted unless equal pressure is applied to both slots simultaneously. Tamper-resistant receptacles are required for all new residential construction. Section 406.8 of the NEC covers the requirements for receptacles in damp or wet locations. It specifies the types of covers that are required for different types of receptacles and different locations. Section 406.9 covers the requirements for receptacles in hazardous locations. It specifies the types of receptacles and covers that are permitted in these locations. The NEC also includes requirements for ground fault circuit interrupter, or GFCI, protection for receptacles in certain locations. GFCI protection is required for receptacles in bathrooms, kitchens, and other locations where there is a risk of electric shock. The NEC is a complex and constantly evolving document. It is important for electricians and other electrical professionals to stay up to date on the latest changes to the code. There are many resources available to help electricians stay up to date on the NEC, including training courses, seminars, and online resources. By understanding and following the requirements of the NEC, electricians can help ensure the safety of electrical installations and prevent electrical accidents. The information provided is intended for educational purposes only and should not be considered a substitute for professional advice. Always consult with a qualified electrician or electrical inspector before performing any electrical work. Electrical work can be dangerous and should only be performed by qualified individuals. If you are not qualified to perform electrical work, do not attempt to do so. Contact a qualified electrician to perform any electrical work that you need to have done. By taking these precautions, you can help ensure your safety and the safety of others. In addition to the specific requirements for receptacle covers, the NEC also includes general requirements for the installation of receptacles. These requirements cover topics such as receptacle spacing, mounting height, and wiring methods. It is important to follow all of the applicable requirements of the NEC when installing receptacles. Failure to do so can result in unsafe conditions and electrical hazards. The NEC also includes requirements for the labeling of receptacles. Receptacles must be labeled to indicate their voltage, amperage, and other important information. This information is important for ensuring that receptacles are used safely and correctly. The NEC is a living document that is constantly being updated to reflect changes in technology and best practices. It is important for electricians and other electrical professionals to stay up to date on the latest changes to the code. The NEC is available for purchase from the National Fire Protection Association, or NFPA. It is also available online through various subscription services. In addition to the NEC, there are also a number of other codes and standards that may apply to electrical installations. These codes and standards may be adopted by state or local governments, and they may be more stringent than the NEC. It is important to be familiar with all of the applicable codes and standards before performing any electrical work. The enforcement of the NEC and other electrical codes and standards is typically the responsibility of local electrical inspectors. Electrical inspectors review electrical plans, inspect electrical installations, and issue permits to ensure that electrical work is performed safely and in compliance with the code. If you are planning to perform any electrical work, it is important to contact your local electrical inspector to obtain the necessary permits and inspections. Working with a qualified electrician and following the requirements of the NEC and other applicable codes and standards is the best way to ensure the safety of electrical installations. The purpose of these regulations is to ensure safety and prevent electrical hazards. It's important to remember that electrical codes are in place to protect people and property from the dangers of electricity. By adhering to these codes, we can minimize the risk of electrical shocks, fires, and other accidents. The specific interpretation of code sections can sometimes be complex and may vary depending on the local jurisdiction. It's always best to consult with a qualified electrical inspector or engineer for clarification on specific code requirements in your area. They can provide guidance based on the local regulations and the specific circumstances of your project. In addition to the technical aspects of electrical codes, it's also important to consider the ethical implications of electrical work. Electricians have a responsibility to ensure that their work is safe, reliable, and compliant with all applicable codes and standards. This includes using quality materials, following proper installation techniques, and being honest and transparent with clients about the scope and cost of the work. Maintaining a high level of professionalism and ethical conduct is essential for building trust and confidence in the electrical industry. Furthermore, continuous learning and professional development are crucial for staying up to date with the latest advancements in electrical technology and code requirements. Electricians should actively seek out opportunities to expand their knowledge and skills through training courses, seminars, and industry publications. This will enable them to provide the best possible service to their clients and ensure that their work is always safe and compliant. In conclusion, understanding and adhering to electrical codes is essential for ensuring the safety of electrical installations. By staying informed about the latest code requirements, consulting with qualified professionals, and maintaining a high level of professionalism and ethical conduct, electricians can play a vital role in protecting people and property from the hazards of electricity. So remember to prioritize safety, stay informed, and always consult with qualified professionals when working with electricity. The National Electrical Code is a critical resource for ensuring electrical safety. It's a comprehensive set of guidelines that covers a wide range of electrical installations, from residential wiring to industrial power systems. By understanding and following the NEC, electricians and other electrical professionals can help prevent electrical accidents and protect lives and property. The NEC is not just a set of rules, it's a framework for safe electrical practices. It provides a foundation for understanding the principles of electrical safety and how to apply them in real-world situations. The NEC is also a constantly evolving document. It's updated every 3 years to reflect changes in technology and best practices. This means that electricians need to stay up to date on the latest changes to the code in order to ensure that their work is compliant and safe. There are many resources available to help electricians stay up to date on the NEC. These include training courses, seminars, and online resources. By taking advantage of these resources, electricians can ensure that they have the knowledge and skills they need to perform their work safely and effectively. The NEC is not just for electricians, it's for anyone who works with electricity. This includes homeowners, contractors, and even dyers. By understanding the basics of electrical safety, anyone can help prevent electrical accidents and protect themselves and their families. The NEC is a valuable resource for anyone who wants to learn more about electrical safety. The NFPA website offers a variety of resources, including the full text of the NEC training materials and educational videos. By taking the time to learn more about electrical safety, you can help create a safer environment for yourself and others. Remember, electricity is a powerful force that can be dangerous if not handled properly. By following the guidelines in the NEC and taking appropriate safety precautions, you can minimize the risk of electrical accidents and protect yourself and your property. The NEC is a cornerstone of electrical safety. It's a comprehensive, constantly evolving document that provides a framework for safe electrical practices. By understanding and following the NEC, electricians and other electrical professionals can help prevent electrical accidents and protect lives and property.